Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we got to talk about KANDI and Shamea, and also Tiny, in some hot water because of their likes for a post by somebody who allegedly was supposed to be a good friend, a best friend of Kim Porter, in regards to a post that they made regarding the Diddy case. So here's what happened. As y'all know, Diddy was charged of 2 of the 5 counts. However, the RICO charges and a few other charges he was acquitted of, right? And basically, you know, it has a lot of people celebrating, right? But my thing is this, before we get into it, why are any of y'all shocked? Why are any of y'all shocked? Y'all should have known that the moment that it was announced that Diddy was under investigation, that they were seizing stuff from his mansions, that he got arrested, and there were certain celebrities in this circle that were on the mute challenge. There were certain reality stars that were on the mute challenge. And I was like, that's really interesting, right? And we would see really the only celeb, to keep it a buck with y'all, that I saw consistently calling out Diddy, even before any of this happened, and even during the trial, and even during when Diddy got arrested, everything else, the only celebrity that was doing this was 50 Cent. The only celeb that I saw for sure that was calling out Diddy, time and time again, was 50 Cent. Everybody else was on the mute challenge, and I took note of that. Because you're not on the mute challenge because you're concerned about being caught or concerned about quote unquote being next. No. You're quiet because you thought everything was bogus. And you're just waiting for that to come to light and the charges to disappear and everything else so that you can publicly show your support now. And that is what happened. So what has caused all of this controversy, what has caused all of this issue, was this post that was made. And so it says, praise God. And it says, pray emojis. Opinions, we're all entitled to them. Mistakes, we all make them. Judging, we all do it. Gossip, we are all guilty of it. Then 3 praying emojis. God's will is higher than any opinion, mistake, judgment, or gossip. If this is God's will for Puff Diddy, then that is his will. In the end, what we all think does not compare to his will, to his will. Who are we to judge? That's God's job. It's all in his hands. You never know. Hashtag is all in the word. Hashtag read your Bible is all in the word. 4 shooting stars emojis, in my opinion, with a heart emoji. And KANDI, Shamea, I think the Game's baby mama, Tiffany, liked this post, and some other people. And then Tiny got dragged because she left a comment that she has since deleted that said, yeah, with a whole bunch of, praising hands emojis, people want to charge you so bad for being freaky is nasty work. Child. But why are y'all surprised? So the comments are no better. They are dragging KANDI and Shamea. Definitely disappointed to see KANDI, Shamea, and Toya and the Game's baby mother, Tiffany, in these comments. Y'all have daughters, and while this wasn't about his bedroom, this show of support for a convicted PIMP is wild from women I thought I should admire. Somebody else said, I wish I'll quit using GOD and demonic behaviors. Him beating, stomping, and dragging a woman was no mistake, especially when he deliberately paid to conceal surveillance, lie, and say it never happened. If that video was never released, he'd still be claiming Cassie lied. Then following Cassie and posting this is diabolical, nasty work. Speaking of Cassie, Portia liked Cassie's post, right? During, everything that has happened, right? Just pointing that out there. KANDI, why are you agreeing with this comment? You are the same woman who had a whole fit when Phaedra accused you of SA. Out of all the people I never would have thought make a post like this, just know that Kim is rolling over in her grave. What kind of spell does he have under y'all for real? This has nothing to do with GOD. That is the devil right there. Shaking my head. Tiny, you next. Don't you worry, you're next. God has absolutely nothing to do with this. You've not made one comment about this until now. Really should have kept it that way, but hey. This is supposed to be Kim Porter's best friend, the person she told her secrets to. You'll be on Anyone Knows What This Man Is Capable Of. How much did he pay you for your silence and betrayal, sis? And so then, again, she's getting, KANDI and Shamea specifically are getting dragged on the Bravo blogs that pick this up. And basically said any Bravo celebrity that is Team Diddy should immediately be fired. No, Shamea, we were rooting for you. Heavy on the KANDI having an issue when somebody accused her on SA. Disgusting. Somebody tried to say that KANDI and Shamea unlike the post, but that's not true. I have my own personal screenshot that I have and everything else, and they still very much like the post. Somebody else said she's BFFs with T.I. and Tiny. I low-key expected this, but sad to see it in print plain as day. Maybe Phaedra did know something, but had to backpedal without proof. And this is the other issue, right? The other issue now, just with KANDI and Shamea liking these posts, now people are like, oh, well, maybe Phaedra wasn't completely lying. Maybe Phaedra did know something and just couldn't expound on it or couldn't say what it fully was and everything else. That's the new narrative now. All because y'all like this post. And it says, whether you think Diddy is guilty of what he was being prosecuted for, the one thing we can all agree on is he BEATS women. We have proof of this. That is enough for me to hate him. I never want to hear another word about the lies ever again. I wonder if KANDI would feel different if this was her daughter we all watch get the bleep kicked out of. SMH, they lost me. I was a KANDI fan for real. Always said that she held it down, but now that and the tired Mama Joyce wig can go. I am judging and I'm not watching Atlanta Housewives anymore. Team Diddy is basically saying, I acknowledge this man, ABUSES, as men and women, sexually, emotionally, physically, mentally, and financially, and I'm okay with that. So Phaedra was telling the truth. Unfollowing Shamea now. There's loads more who still follow him. Just check his page and mutuals. Canceled with a K instead of a C. A lot of people with shocked emojis. Birds of a feather. How can KANDI support him after the last video? Imagine having daughters while having this opinion is 2015 gross. Gross, truly gross. The fact that we have definitive proof that he BEATS women and they like that post is enough for me. It shows who they really are and that they're about the money and where they can get it, not what's right or wrong. Disgraceful. KANDI is a freak. Why are y'all surprised? Then somebody has a couple of the gifts of KANDI when she says, you said that. At some point, you can't blindly support the culture of monsters like this continue to gain power, especially as women that praise that he has been locked up for a bit and couldn't hurt anyone else during that time. Justin followed them both. They can keep that energy to themselves. It's evident that between Tiny, T.I., KANDI, Shamea, Toya, Rashida, and Kirk, it is clear that they are all on that same freak tip in Atlanta. I want to be made aware of every Diddy supporter. Surprised at KANDI and Shamea. So they support a man that demeans and BEATS women. Disappointed as I like both of them. Well, KANDI does have her own SEX line and accessories. Remember those seasons she done the SEX party on stage? It's sad. Shocking. And just like that, I had fallen out of love with Shamea. Wow, gross. And this should be the end of the road for them. I kind of expected this from KANDI. She supported certain people before. Ashamed of Shamea, though. I won't ever see her the same way again. I'm done with her. What in the bleep? I hope this isn't pushed under the rug. We know the kink that KANDI is into. She probably sold him some of her bedroom stock. A lot of people side with Diddy because they feel like the women were consensually involved with him. Yes, he was wrong for ABUSE, but that wasn't what he was on trial for. Here we go. Like, did they forget the video of him, ASSAULTING, Cassie so violently in the hotel exists? Whatever this verdict was, he is a major POS. And people still need to understand not guilty does not mean innocent. Yikes. Ew. Must be interesting. Must be a part of his after-party crew. I'm not surprised. So these women not only support DV against women, but sexual violence too? Okay, speaks to their true characters then. A mistake is violently ABUSING, your girlfriend, is unforgivable. Some of your faves are Team Trump and you didn't give the same response your RACISM is showing. Well, keep in mind too, though, KANDI also liked the post about the Chrisleys getting released from prison and got backlash for it. And she immediately, said, hey, I don't care about their political beliefs. I'm just a friend of theirs or whatever else. No. And then when T.I. and Tiny had those allegations before, KANDI came out and support them. She came out right away with all types of support and said that it wasn't true. But my thing is, and a couple other comments, time to unfollow KANDI. That's a shame they side with Puffy. They have daughters. Come on now. How can anybody be Team Diddy? Hashtag justice for Phaedra, because if these MFers support him, that means they probably identify with him. I knew KANDI was a devil emoji. KANDI not going to stop the flow of coins in the music biz. Probably because she has that SEX dungeon. So they're good with the little children being involved in a child. I wonder how common all this freaky sexual behavior is. If he was found guilty, I get the feeling a lot of people were going to be worried they would be next. So, they're getting dragged up and through here. And that's just on one post on Bravo Snarky's page. But they're getting dragged on, the neighborhood talk. They're getting dragged all over Twitter. But my thing is, y'all should be less shocked about KANDI. And I'm not shocked, really, to be honest with you, about Shamea. I am not shocked at all. She presented a false narrative to us. She presented a very false narrative that she was this good person, that she was everybody's best friend. That's already a lie. It's impossible to be everybody's best friend, y'all. Because the thing of it is, you have too many mutuals that aren't going to like every aspect about each other. So basically, that would already tell me right off the rip that there's an element to you that's fake and that's two-faced, that is going to say anything that is in front of the person in front of you. A real one, especially somebody who, once you get older and everything else, once you get past high school, college, and you start to live life, the number of your friends start to dwindle and your true ride or dies start to diminish because you realize as you get older that there's only a certain amount of people that have that level of trust and understanding and everything else. But it just felt very odd, like how Shamea was moving this season. A lot of people hyped her up, and even I was feeling her because I thought, okay, this is gonna, be a wealthy housewife that was gonna bring some class, some pizzazz as a peach holder, and it was all a lie. It was all a lie. Shamea peaked episode 1 and never did anything since then. We never saw her husband again except for on FaceTime. And then she was teaming up with all the ops who hated her supposed best friend, Portia. Anytime she got called out on it, she pretended to play victim and cry her eyes out and everything else. And I just always felt this was, again, revenge to help KANDI get back at Portia for what happened on RHOA season 9 now that she finally has a peach. But the thing is, everybody clocked it, including Angela Oakley, including Drew Sidora, including Kenya Moore, including all these people, and Britt Eady and everyone else, and it flopped and it backfired. So, nonetheless, I am not surprised at any of these people who are liking any pro-Diddy posts. I am not shocked at all at anybody that is Team Diddy. I am not, and you guys should not be either. You guys should not be either, because as far as I'm concerned, the people who are quiet, because like I said, I only saw 50 Cent calling him out. The people who were quiet, to me, spoke more volumes than anything. And for them to run out here and say all this stuff now, after the verdict, no. You showed your slip already, right? But you showed your slip already for the past year, as far as I'm concerned. Because if you really were against anything Diddy did, you would have been spoken out the moment he was arrested last September, y'all. But y'all did not do that, so that told me how y'all really felt. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.